Welcome back from the break. In case you've just joined us, we're here at the Sheraton Kampala Hotel and we are talking about women and what they should dress. Now, I mentioned something during over the break. I have a bit of a problem with this thing of saying women should be comfortable, and I'll tell you why. I side with Banji here. If my woman is not dressing for me, she's dressing for what she's comfortable with. Isn't there a chance that, hey, for as long as she's comfortable, I mean, or going to the supermarket, she's comfortable wearing some funny outfit when you're going to town, she's comfortable, okay, and some funny sandals, she's comfortable. But what about me? But you see, for as long as she's dressing to impress me, it's a constant thing. She's going to keep working at it because, you know, life is not static.
But have you seen how single women behave and then how they change when they get married?
Because they are comfortable. You see, she's no longer gunning to impress a man. And the moment she stops, there's a problem.
Yes, yes. And I'm glad, Peter, you brought that one out. Because I meet, maybe I'm 30, I meet this girl who is 24, and she's dressing like a single lady. And probably part of the dress code is what I love.
Is what attracted you to her.
What attracted me to her. So 2-3 years down the road, we have a child, and she's just dressing like my grandma. She doesn't care. The hair looks like still white. What is this? I may begin avoiding moving with her in public.
Okay, you can't say this.
That's why. Colin, you are going to get married. Please, make sure that when you are with your woman, if she's putting on something which doesn't make you comfortable, you may not throw punches like the drunkard man, but you will communicate your displeasure in a positive way. Like when we were in the break, gentlemen, you are talking about being with a woman, she's comfortable in certain situations, but now you're introducing her to rare situations. Now, if for us Catholics, for instance, when we are going to church, the woman, the dress has to be long, below the knees. Okay? Now, this might be a woman I found maybe in another church, and there the dress code is
above the knees.
Above the knee. So when we are going to the Catholic church, if I'm walking with her, everyone will be looking at us. Oh, where is this one coming from?
Where is this knees from?
Above the knee. So the whole idea is that the dress code, yes, it will not be constant when you are 24 and when you are 30 and when you are 50. It will progress. Of course, trends come in, trends change. Also, as a couple, you age, you grow, and the dress code begins, you know. But it should still be appropriate.
Yeah. I think Banji was talking about something different. When you talk about a woman not looking after herself, that's not her being comfortable. That's her losing self-esteem. And generally, there's more of a
not
problem.
Looking after herself, because that's what you call it.
Yeah,
that's
not
what
looking after herself. But what we're talking about being comfortable, what I was talking about being comfortable is generally she's looking after herself, and that factor is constant at least. But what you're talking about, when the woman starts looking after herself, then I think it's kind of your duty as a man to step in to sort of find out what that problem is. Because if you're sorting out the hair, you're sorting out something superficial. You're not really sorting out the problem. She'll do her hair this week, but there'll be a deeper problem.
We've tried not to, especially on this show, not to generalize. There is a risk here that you're talking about women when they get married, they lose it. When they give birth, they lose it. When they grow, they lose it. No, there are people who still take very, very good care of themselves,
despite all those situations.
All those situations. And like I said, that there is a much bigger issue. For you, you could just be, it could just be manifesting itself in terms of the clothing, but it is actually there, and it is your duty to find it. And then also number 3, I think the principle here is, as opposed to talking about the detail, every single occasion, what to dress at every single occasion, the principle here, I think, is that what you want out of your woman is to make good judgment. Yeah, good judgment, full time.
Okay.
Yeah? Yes, the same way.
If I may just pick up on what you're saying about the issue of judgment. So is it then okay for a man to dictate what his woman should wear?
If you've taken away from her the ability to make that judgment, Yeah, but if I have confidence in my woman that she dresses
Wait,
appropriately,
how can you
No,
say
I
that
think-
and not to be a chauvinist?
No,
How
but
can
I
you say
I
it is
think-
possible for me to take away her
I'm
judgment abilities?
not saying.
What is this, like a remote?
No. Listen, he asked whether it is okay, and I said if you've taken it away, you could probably have taken away a lot of things, but that is how you're running your relationship. You're even telling her
But I
what
say,
to wear.
I think
Yeah? But for me,
So
I
you-
like my women
Christian Grey.
to be able to make that judgment,
I-
and
so
this
I
is
think-
not a part
And I think,
that I've had
I think
problems
Peter-
with in
Mukasa,
my
we
relationship.
are in agreement there.
Yeah.
Maybe somehow sometimes the way we bring out arguments may be different. The right to choose, the ability to choose what to wear should essentially be the woman's choice. Okay, it should essentially be her choice. And I think that by the time you get married to this woman, you have already trusted that she makes good decisions. Anyway, she made, after all, a good decision to marry you or to be with you. So she should be able to choose. But there are certain situations where the choice may really go beyond expectations. And it doesn't hurt for you to bring a suggestion. And I think this is what has been my message all through this discussion. If it goes way beyond, sometimes you may think it has gone way beyond, but when you listen to her, it's comfortable.
But
I think, Peter,
So-
just to sort of add on that, I think what we're all agreeing essentially is that we should cultivate a culture from the very beginning of what we sort of expect to be acceptable in a time and place. So if we're going to visit my parents, then maybe it's not appropriate to wear a miniskirt.
there are some men who have very big issues if their women wear fancy lingerie.
Creative.
Yeah, get creative, in fact. There are some men who have very big issues because, A, they wonder where did she learn that from? Who is she doing it to impress? Because according to him, no, she cannot do that for him. And so a lot of ladies say that that's it. And as part of our parting shot, I'd like to think about something. In as much as men, we do say, oh, this and this is not appropriate. But when you go to the club, you find, or to a bar, you find these ladies who are all plastered with makeup and all that. They're doing it because men appreciate it. And the truth be told, they attract men. Is it sustainable? That's a whole different story altogether. So, Joseph, your parting shot.
For me, it is very, very simple. My woman should have ability to make good judgment. Now, this does not mean they have to be correct all the time. Like me, I'm not correct all the time. But the difference between a bright person and one who is not bright is that you're correct more often than you're not so. So I expect that even if it is not expected, we are able to guide each other. Because even me, I'm probably going to throw on a t-shirt and sandals, and you're walking out of the house and she's looking at you, she's wondering, dude, what's going on here? So we should be able to guide each other. This is not about the way Peter put it, that it's your choice, but it's what I want. I'm very, very able to agree with you. It's what you want, and I want to agree with you. Yeah, and since we are a couple here, I think it is very, very, very important. It's not necessarily what I want, but I just want to know that what you want, I also want. Or you cannot, and I've been lucky in these situations that people I've met in my life, I've made correct decisions. I don't know if they are considering me, but I've agreed with those decisions when it comes to dressing. So someone should be able to make correct judgment on what to wear, when you're going to church. You should know what to do when you're going to. It may be a new situation for you meeting my parents, but people consult. You can find out from me, because even me, I'll ask you, is it okay if I dress like this to your parents? So things like that. And please do not try too hard. Hair should be natural colors, like natural hair color. Blue hair, red hair, it does not work.
Blonde.
Especially when you're black. we sit here and mount pressure on these people. Listen, be easy. It's okay to have natural hair, please.
Yeah. Banji, your parting shot in 1 minute.
Yes, I think the whole idea of dressing really should be handled carefully, because it can be a source of conflict. And it can be either a source of open conflict or hidden conflict. I mean, she can just dress and I keep quiet, say, to her. In many situations, I have seen couples walking around town, but the man basically is not comfortable. When you are walking with the woman and everyone is looking, either the dress is way too short or too tight, body hug, and the man is just very uncomfortable. It means that the man, well, he said it is the woman's choice. Let us go. But he's not comfortable with it. So I would think that the whole idea of dressing should be where it should not be conservative. You know, being Africans, we may be conservative, and when the woman introduces a new style and you're like, this one I'm not familiar with, where did you get this one? So it should be liberal.
Who taught you?
And as Mukasa said, it should be hard to choose what to put on. And of course, several times she might choose the best, but sometimes you may have to come in a little bit and say, well, I don't think this one is appropriate for where we are heading. And the other thing is, you cannot demand from your partner to dress appropriately when you are not financing. Please, men, don't think that because your wife is the chief executive officer of Kampala, then you will not buy for her clothes. Open your wallet. You spend on her. If you see a nice dress which you think it can be good on her, bring it home. Okay? So, put in money, please.
Okay, Colin, a few words of advice just before you get married, but yeah, your parting shot.
Put in money. That's my parting shot.
Yeah.
Because I think generally that, you know, one of the things we didn't get to talk about, you know, size Jose has many facets. There's also the facet of smelling nice.
Yeah.
And smelling nice could be perfumes. It could even be as simple as not smelling badly. You know, just like simple deodorant, managing the sweat condition, or just like good lotions. I think that as a man, you have a responsibility to invest, maybe not 100%, but you have to be able to say that you are playing a role financially. So because, yes, we admit that you don't know much about fashion. So give her the money, let her go do what she wants. But after a while, most guys, when you've known your woman for a long time, you know the stuff she likes, you know what she prefers to use. So you surprise her, you get her something nice, because that's how we make each other better. Because and a lot, I mean, Peter, you know this. Sometimes your wife will get you a shirt. I mean, first few years it's a disaster, because they always get you the wrong shirts, because I don't wear this stuff. I don't wear this stuff. But after a while, they get to know your style, so I think it's also about that. Guys have to be willing to try, I think. But most importantly, invest the time in getting to know what she likes, what makes her look good, but also invest the money, because you know, as they say, I'm not
going to ask you to break down what then.
Oh, no, it just means if you have no money, you don't.
I get the point. Okay. So it's your parting shot as we wrap up.
For me, basically, on the issue of investment, I think it's very important for men, for women, for people in relationships, for the men to invest in the woman, to empower them to kind of make their own decisions. So complimenting them when they look nice, that really does a lot for their self-esteem, and they really start to get what you like and what you like less. So they'll obviously kind of adapt to that in the long term. So I think it's really important to invest in their self-esteem. Obviously financially, if you feel like she's not really, because women really invest a lot. So if you feel that she's not stretching enough to get the right stuff, maybe you can chip in there, but I think it's a secondary issue to investing in her as a person. And then, yes, like I said from the very beginning, it's very important for them to be very comfortable in the decisions that they make, obviously with you in consideration and time and place consideration.
Great stuff. So you've heard it from the men and their ideas, especially the investors on this corner. This is the investment corner.
This is the investment bracket.
Yes. Take care of your women, man, because they dress for you. If you want your woman to look good, you have to invest in her. And also, women, at the end of the day, should not also sit back and just say, what, if he doesn't invest in me, then too bad. But I want to just as we wrap up, Mr. Insecure, do you think then, if you start really investing in your woman, making her look good, it puts you at a disadvantage because now all the men who are not noticing her start noticing her?
That's how you have to become more insecure.
Peter, I've kept on saying this, that do not blame your woman for your problems.
And on that bombshell, we have to wrap up the show. We've had a great time here at the Sheraton Kampala Hotel talking about what your woman should wear. Have a good evening.